Hey guys, it's me, Mr. 250, and welcome back to Umineko. I skipped a line here, but thanks to our lovely feature being able to back up quite a ways, I should be able to get back to where we're at. So Rosa dashed from the entrance hall into the rose garden. When she opened the door, the wind that hit her was too strong to be called a light breeze, and told her that the typhoon was approaching faster than she had thought. Just as Kyrie had said, the wind was mixed in with small droplets of rain. There was also a low rumble of thunder. It could start raining any time. Rosa headed for the rose garden. She headed for the place where she had scolded Maria a short while ago. It was almost lunchtime. The children had been told that they should come to the mansion around lunchtime, so they were probably in the guest house waiting to be called. Even if Maria didn't come, they would surely think that I had taken her to the mansion with me and wouldn't worry much. After all, she was with her mother, so there shouldn't have been anything to worry about her terrible mother. I was here, and I threw my daughter into the worsening weather outside, all alone. It really was as I thought. She was still standing stock still, exactly the same way she had been, in the place where I had scolded her. Held in her hand was the candy that I had bought, given her, and then stepped on and crushed. With that gripped in her hand, she stood there as the strong wind whipped her hair about, tormenting her. You know, it almost doesn't surprise me, honestly, at this point after seeing all this, why Maria keeps doing it, because it's probably a huge coping mechanism for her, the whole witch thing. And it gives her a way to give her mother's bad treatment of her an outlet rather than saying her mom's bad. It's the witch. Rosa buried her head in Maria's small chest, crying and begging for forgiveness. And again, those tears dripped down after who knows how many times. If only the brilliant sun had been shining on the two of them, all of their cares would have evaporated, and they would have felt like they could begin anew. However, what surrounded the two of them was the worsening weather. The strong winds mixed in with the sound of thunder were saddening. The sound of Maria sniffing made Rosa notice. If she stood exposed to the wind for too long, she would probably catch a cold. Rosa thought that she had already received Maria's forgiveness, so she hadn't imagined Maria would refuse. But that expression on Maria's face didn't look like that of a child resisting her mother. So Rosa wasn't able to understand why Maria wanted to stand still pointlessly as the weather grew even worse. Maria answered that question. Rosa was a little lost for words and remained silent. after they had just gone to great lengths to make up with each other. She chose her words carefully, trying to get Maria to come out with her to the mansion without denying the witch outright.
ベアトリーチェが来るの？そう。なら、ここじゃなくて、お屋敷の中で待ちましょう。いつまでもこんな風の中にいたら、風邪をひいてしまうわ。
来る！ベアトリーチェは来る！そしたらね、ベアトリーチェにね、お菓子あげるの。トリックアトリートするの。ジャック・オ・ランタンのマシュマロお菓子あげて、ハッピーハロウィーンって言うの。
I can see Rose's face. She's on the verge of being really annoyed right now. Maria... Look at that smile. It's like trying to hide back her anger again. Maria pulled yet another sweet out of her handbag, moaning, "Ooh!" Rosa was bewildered, and didn't know what to do as Maria started being difficult again. At that time, there was a sudden and massive roar of thunder. It was probably a sign. A sign that this island was closed off by the storm, detached from common sense and reality. Therefore, after this moment, all common sense would probably be useless. The wind blew even stronger, and in the middle of the blizzard of scattered rose petals, a figure appeared, leaving Rosa unable to imagine that this was a scene from reality. No, it was probably, definitely fantastical. Because that shadow of a person was... Oh, wait. Put on different clothes. Maria dashed over to the shadow. Normally, Rosa would scold her daughter if she dashed over to someone who she hadn't seen and didn't know. But Rosa forgot about that, unable to do anything but stand there, shocked.
久しぶりよ。元気であったか？
マリアは元気。魔女は風邪をひかない。
魔女は呪いにて風邪をひかせはするが、自らがひいてはなんとも間抜けな話よ。せいぜい自らが風邪をひくことなどないよ。これからも精進するがいい。
She patted Maria's head as she said this, smiling roguishly. Rosa couldn't have known the name of the woman who was spoiling Maria, looking happy. However, Maria had called to her in the beginning when she had appeared. Therefore, even though Rosa had never met her, even though she hadn't named herself, Rosa was able to know her name. However, that name held a special meaning on Rokenjima and in the Ushiramiya family. There's no way something that stupid...
ベアトリーチェ、ハッピーハロウィーン。ほら、買ったの。ベアトにもあげる。
ハッピーハロウィン。おお、これをわらわにとも。天国にも地獄にも行けず、煉獄の闇にてさまよう男の唯一の明かりも、こうして歌手となれば実に可愛らしいことよ。人の世とも、人ならざる者との世とも切り離された今のこの島で、これほどふさわしい歌詞はないかもしれぬな。ん？マリア、それはどうしたのか。
Uh-oh. The witch noticed the sweet that Maria was grasping. It was Maria's candy, which had been stomped on by Rosa until it reached this pitiful state.
おお、踏んづけて潰れちゃった。ベアトは元に戻せる？
Maria didn't go so far as to say that it was her mother who had stepped on it. Yeah, what about her mother? What, is her mother going to say anything to all this? However, when the witch saw the candy, for some reason, she looked at Rosa and grinned. A chill went down Rosa's spine, as though she felt that this gaze was staring right through her.
たやすいことよ。春日よ。
Maria held out the candy gleefully. Rosa could do nothing but watch over this, stunned. How would this person gloss over the fact that the candy was pitifully tramped and trick Maria? Maria looked as though she believed that it could be fixed as good as new. There was no way that could be done without real magic.
これは見事に潰れているな。さあさあマリア、目を閉じて思い出してごらんなさい。本当はあんなにも素敵なお菓子だったから。思い出の中のお菓子はいつもふっくら。だからあなたも思い出してごらんなさい。本当はどんなお菓子だったのか。
Along with those strange words, spoken as though singing an improvised folk song, the witch threw the sweet into the air. Maria was closing her eyes and remembering, just as the witch had told her. What shape had that crushed candy really had? Therefore, only Rosa saw that scene. The sweets which had been thrown into the air burst into a gold color. No, that wasn't it. Those were golden butterflies. It scattered into several golden butterflies, and they began to gather at the witch's hand, which was held up to the sky. And as she did, unbelievably, it returned to its beautiful original form, just like the time it had been bought. Only Rosa and the witch had watched that scene. Unable to understand the event that was occurring right in front of her eyes, Rosa stood with her mouth open, forgetting to shut it.
もう目を開けてよいぞ。受け取るがよい。これでそなたの歌詞も元通りだ。
ベアトリーチェはいつもすごいすごい。
There was a very bold contrast between Rosa's shocked appearance and Maria's innocently joyful one. Was that what the witch was laughing at? I would too. A smile floated to Beatrice's face, different from the one she had shown Maria.
わらわの顔が何そうまじまじと見られては穴も開こうぞ。
ごめんなさい。
Rosa was very aware of the meaning of those words. Rosa had known her face. She had known it from the portrait of the witch. But no, wait. Was this mysterious woman really...
マリア、この歌詞の代わりに、そなたにはこれを与えよう。
おお、手紙？
The witch pulled a Western envelope from her pocket and gave it to Maria. However, when Maria made to open it, the witch stopped her.
ならぬ。それを開けるときはすぐに訪れるが、それまで決して開けてはならぬ。大事に持っているがよい。そなたを黄金鏡へいざなう招待状となろう。
黄金鏡、やっと連れてってくれるんだね。
大事にしまっておくのだぞ。誰にも見せてはならぬ。
守る。魔女との約束は絶対に守る。
そしてこれはそなたへだ。
え？私。
She probably hadn't imagined that the witch would speak to her too. Rosa was bewildered at the second Western envelope, which was thrust before her. She remembered seeing that Western envelope. There could be no mistake. It was Kinzo's special envelope used when he wrote with his own hand and bearing the Shiromiya family crest. Furthermore, it was sealed with red sealing wax. And furthermore, it had the mark which was thought to be made by the head's ring. In other words, without even asking what was written inside, this woman, who Maria called Beatrice, was trusted enough that she was in charge of a personal letter of the current Ushirimi ahead.
4兄弟の誰でもよかった。だが、ここでそなたと出会ったということは、金蔵のルーレットがそなたを選んだということなのだろう。ならば受け取るがよい。そしてその中身を、全兄弟の揃う晩餐の席上で読み上げよ。
なんですって。
Rosa looked back and forth several times, between the witch's face and the envelope that was handed to her. Today was the family conference, and the biggest object of discussion was the inheritance problem. So, she had joined together with Eva and Rudolph, and they had planned to force a certain condition on Cross, to try and extort several 100 million yen in cash out of him. It was as if the witch could see through all of that. And what is she trying to announce to us when all the siblings are gathered? With a personal envelope that no one but the Ushirimi ahead can use.
マリア、天気が崩れるぞ。ゲストハウスへ戻り、昼を待つがよい。それではローザ、後ほど会おう。その席で改めて名乗らせてもらおうぞ。
The witch turned her back to her, laughing, and then began to head towards the mansion with an air of composure. As Maria energetically answered her and watched her go, she began to dash towards the guest house, leaving Rosa where she was, as though she wanted to inform the other cousins of her good fortune at meeting the witch as soon as she could. At last, Rosa was left alone in the rose garden as the winds grew stronger, unable to do anything except pray that what had just happened was a daydream. Rosa just got schooled on witches. When the witch entered the entrance hall, Genji was visibly there. Genji welcomed the guest, who had approached from the entrance hall with a respectful bow. One more sounds. Alright, I believe this is what updated. Beatrice's portrait changed, or her art changed. The mysterious visitor and the 19th person who appeared on the day of the family conference. She uses the same name as the golden witch who gave the gold to Kinzo. Her reasons for coming to the island are unknown. She was ushered into the VIP room, which no one had been allowed to use in the past, which I'm assuming is about to happen.
久しぶりだな、源氏。老いたではないか。
どれほどに老いようとも、家具は家具らしく。
あれの妻が、お前に嫉妬したことも懐かしい。金蔵は元気か？
大変お元気にございます。
The witch probably laughed because she knew that Kinzo's own doctor had announced that his remaining life was slim. However, if anyone actually looked at Kinzo, his willpower, which made it extremely difficult to imagine that his remaining life really was slim, might make it seem natural to call him healthy. Maybe the witch laughed at that.
挨拶に行こうではないか。30年ぶりに。互いに呪いの言葉を吐き合うもよかろう。
As the witch grinned, she started walking, leaving Genji behind. Her gait was like that of a family member who knew the inside of the mansion well. Genji followed her, as though he served her. At that time, Kyrie came out of the parlor. She probably went out to fix her makeup or something. And when she saw Genji following a witch, she was surprised, although her expression did not change. There was a guest for Kinzo, whose remaining life was not long, on the day of the family conference when the fate of the inheritance was to be decided. And furthermore, this person was well enough acquainted that Genji was following behind her. Kyrie immediately realized that this person, who she had never met before, was deeply important. Kyrie and the witch's eyes met. Realizing that it would be rude to pretend not to notice, she greeted the witch.
はじめまして。ルドルフの5歳だったか。
さようでございます。ルドルフ様の今の奥方様であられます。キリエ様でございます。
From this exchange, Kyrie realized that she was a guest of a fairly high rank, even amidst the Oshirimiya family. Okay, I see, so she doesn't actually know who it is, even though she's referring to her as the witch. And the fact that this was a guest of that level, coupled with the face of a portrait in the entrance hall that she bore. Oh yeah, they recognize her from the picture, the portrait, made Kyrie's eyes open wide in an instant. Ooh. That was a cool effect.
はじめまして。キリエと申します。初対面でしょうか。もし以前に挨拶をしていたなら、名前を忘れてしまって申し訳ございません。うすうすは想像がついているくせに、わらわにあえて名乗らそうというのか。
Kyrie had planned on giving her a sociable and humble greeting. Her expression grew slightly clouded at that openly oppressive response. Anyhow, it didn't seem like this was a person she could grow to like. But if Kyrie's imagination was correct, this witch probably held a huge key to what her own husband was most interested in, and something that couldn't help but influence tonight's family conference. So, without shooting back a retort, Kyrie did nothing except silently watch her go up the stairs to the second floor, with Genji following behind. So when someone tapped her shoulder from behind, she was so surprised she almost choked. It was Natsui.
キリエさん、このようなところに立ち尽くして。
Interesting. Today went quite interesting, didn't it? I didn't expect the witch just to expose herself to so many people. That could make this much more exciting. I hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching. I got an announcement, but I'm gonna wait for a separate video for that in a couple days. Yeah, so look out for that if you're interested in what might be a future Let's Play of something that I think the people who watch this Let's Play might be interested in. Maybe. I'm not sure. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time for more Umineko. Bye!